Good after morning, everyone, or good after evening. Honestly, I have no idea when you're watching this, and neither does Miata. But Miata doesn't care. Miata is always the answer. Today we find out why. It's 1989. Japan is building the craziest cars on Earth. Turbo monsters, 300 horsepower rockets, machines that could scare your grandmother into another dimension. And what does Mazda do? They look at all of that and build a tiny 116 horsepower roadster that weighs less than a sandwich. Smart move? Turns out, yes. Absolute yes. The Miata, officially the Mazda MX-5, was designed by a guy named Bob Hall, an American journalist who basically told Mazda, "Build me a modern version of those fun little British roadsters, but make it actually reliable." British sports cars of the 60s and 70s were famous for two things: being fun to drive and constantly breaking down. Mazda took the fun part, left the breakdown part in England. The first generation launches. Car nerds are confused. Where's the power? Where's the aggression? But then people actually drove it. And something strange happened. They couldn't stop smiling. Fast forward to the internet era. Car forums take off and a joke starts spreading. Someone asks, "What car should I buy?" The answer, Miata. Someone asks, "What should I track on weekends?" Miata. Someone asks, "My marriage is falling apart. What car do I get?" Miata. The answer is always Miata. It became one of the most famous memes in car culture. But here's the thing about memes. The good ones are based on truth. And this one, completely based on truth. Here's what makes the Miata genuinely special. It's not the fastest. It's not the most powerful. It's not even the most beautiful, though it's pretty close. What it is perfectly balanced. Weight distribution, 50-50 front to rear. That means the car doesn't fight you in corners. It flows. Rear-wheel drive means you feel everything through the wheel, through the seat, through your spine. And because it's light, around 1,000 kilograms, you don't need 400 horsepower to feel fast. You can drive a Miata at its absolute limit on a normal road without losing your license. That's a gift. Lotus founder Colin Chapman had one rule: simplify, then add lightness. Miata engineers read that book twice. When you remove weight, you remove the need for power. Bigger brakes, stiffer suspension. Everything gets easier. Everything gets better. The Miata is basically a philosophy with wheels, but the Miata isn't just a car. It's a culture. Miata owners wave at each other on the road. They show up to track days in matching groups. They spend more on modifications than the car cost, and they don't care. There's no ego in Miata culture. You'll find teenagers next to retired engineers, first-time drivers next to professional racing instructors. Everyone is welcome because the car itself doesn't judge you. It just wants to go sideways around a corner while you laugh like a child. People spend 60,000 pounds on a sports car to feel excitement. A good Miata costs 5,000 used. Same smiles, same corners, same feeling that you, a normal human person, are somehow a racing driver. Porsche Cayman drivers will tell you their car is better. And technically, maybe. But they're also making payments on a 70,000-pound car, while the Miata owner is on their third track day of the year with money left over for tires, fuel, and a celebratory kebab. The Miata wins not by being the best. It wins by making you feel like the best. And that, my friends, is product design. So next time someone asks you what car to buy, used or new, track or road, budget or splurge, you know the answer. You've always known the answer. The Miata isn't always the answer because it's perfect. It's the answer because it reminds you that driving is supposed to be fun. And fun, it turns out, doesn't need a turbocharger. I'm Mr. Y. Good after morning, good after evening, and good after whatever this is. Subscribe if you enjoyed it. See you in the next one.